Hi, this is going to be a quick video to show you how to do some calculations in your head and to do them properly. So here we go. Without the use of calculators, do the following question in your head and answer it out loud when the teacher says so. That'll be me. Here we go. Ready? 3 plus 4 times 2. What's the answer for this? The answer is 11. Did you get that right? Or did you say 14? Well, if you did it right, you would have realized that first you had to do 4 times 2 and then add the 3. Why is that? It's because of Bedmas, that little thing. Now remember, Bedmas stands for brackets first, then exponents, then division and multiplication all together, and then afterwards addition and subtraction, which could be done either subtraction or addition at the same time. So there's really 4 levels: brackets first, then exponents, then division and multiplication, and then addition and subtraction. In the States, actually, they call it PEMDAS, and as you can see, the M and the D have been reversed, and the P was replaced for a B because they say parentheses instead of brackets. But it's the same idea. So for the next calculations, we're going to do these things without using a calculator. So first of all, let's talk about what's an equation and what's an expression. This is actually an equation. This is actually an expression, and you can probably tell why already. What would this be? This is an equation. And what is this? This is an expression. And this is an equation. Why? Well, because it has an equal sign. Actually, these are 2 expressions that are equal to each other. So there's no equal sign, so this is just an expression, and these guys are an equation. What are some of the multiplication signs? Well, multiplication signs can be done in different ways. So A times B, it's kind of like the classic. A times B with a dot like floating in the air. Or just by side, AB means A times B. Or A, and if you put brackets in between, that means that they're multiplying. I'm going to try not to use the times a heck of a lot, just because it gets confused with an X. And that's the only reason. But on the next examples, you're going to see the X because I got them from the internet. So here is another thing you need to find out. How do you decide on the number of terms? What are the number of terms? Well, I'm going to ask you to just try to guess how many terms are there on this first expression. Stop the video, give it a try, and then let me know. The answer for how many terms here is 2. What are the 2 terms? This one and this one. So you may not know what terms are just yet, but let's give it another shot. So what about for B? How many terms are there? Pause the video now, give an answer. The answer for this is 3. Why are there 3 terms? Well, it's 1 term right here, 1 term right here, 1 term right here. So maybe now you're catching on as to what are terms. So let's give this a try. This is a tricky one. How many terms are there in here? Stop the video. There are only 2 terms. And the 2 terms are like this and like this. So by now you figure out that the terms are separated by pluses or minuses. So that plus and that minus are the ones that are separating things. Now, the square brackets, or any kind of bracket, it's kind of like a number compactor. So this is 3 times 1 number. Now inside those brackets we have 1 term and 2 terms. But for the main level right here, there's only 1 minus. And that's why in this case, and the last one, I won't let you think about this very much, the major operation is the top divided by the bottom. So this is really only 1 term. Now on top we got 2 terms. And on the bottom we only have 1 term because there's no plus or minus. Number of terms will help us do these types of calculations for using Bedmas. So that's like the D and M. That's what the terms are. So see if you can do this question really fast, that we did it for the first one. So you realize that, hey, I've got 2 terms. The first term is already done, that's 6. And then plus 5 times 3 plus 15. Therefore, 6 plus 15 is 21. And C was the right answer. right? And notice that I have equal signs going down on the left side. Okay, what about this one? You give that a try, stop the video, and I'll put the answer in a sec. So I'm going to check number of terms. Again, there's just 2 terms. But I see that there are brackets in here, so I'm going to start with an equal sign. Minus 7 plus. This bracket 7 minus 4 is 3 squared times 2. I'm going to keep on going. This stays as minus 7, and I got to work this out. 3 squared is 9 times 2 is 18. Minus 7 plus 18 is positive 11. Therefore, you were right if you said that the answer was B. Let's check the next one. 7 times 6 plus 4 squared divided by 2 minus 4. You give that a try, stop the video. And now let's check on terms. So I got one term right here, another term right there, and this third term. So that's not going to do anything. So 7 times 6 is 42. Put my equal sign. 42. 4 squared is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Somebody's calling me. Minus 4. And continue. 7 times 6 is 42. 4 squared is 16 divided by 2 is 8. Minus 4 is equal to 4. So now I got 3 terms on level. So 42 plus 8 is 50. 50 minus 4. 50 minus 4 is 46. And therefore you were right if you said part A. And I think we got the last one right here. And you give that a try. And stop the video. So we got 1 term and 2 terms. I need to work this one out. That's 5 minus 3 squared is positive 9. I'm going to do it in 2 steps. Times 4. I don't even need it times because they're just multiplying. And that's 5 minus 9 times 4 is 36. And 5 minus 36 would be negative 31. That means that our answer is B. And that is your practice for Bedmas.